Hi, good morning everybody. I'm gonna show you here the very basics of hot standby routing protocol version 2 in this case. And so here we have a LAN, a redundant LAN with many switches, a client PC belonging to this LAN, and as you can see, two gateways, two different routers that can be used as gateway for that LAN. Okay, this first one is R1, router 1, second one is router 2. Of course, we assigned an IP address of that interface, the gigabit 0/1. This address is 192.168.11.1. Here IP address for LAN interfaces 192.168.11.2. Okay. Not surprisingly, we can easily ping both of these two addresses from the client. Sorry, but it's not easy to move with. Okay, right. So we are home client now. Let's move it up, right? So the configuration of the client is this thing. IP address of the client 192.168.11.11. Sovereign mark is the /24. But note here the gateway is another address, and that is the 250 final. That is the gateway. Why? Now I'm gonna explain. I said that the interfaces, the LAN interfaces of the two routers have got this kind of address. One. Sorry, but I can't see anything here. Okay, right. 11.1 is one interface, and I can ping it. It's nothing strange. The LAN interface over 2 is this one, and I can ping it as well. So the first request has timeout because there must have been an HSRP request, and so it took time for that router to answer. But you can see I can easily ping .1 and .2 with no problems at all, right? But we said and we noted that the default gateway for this client is 11.250. Why? Because this is the reason. I implemented a first, we can say, the easier and the most simple configuration of hot standby routing protocol, and we can see this thing here. Let's take a look at R1, and let's take a look at its configuration about interface, the internet interface that is gigabit 0/1, and we'll see here. Okay, right, this is about R1. I'm looking at the configuration of R1. Okay, IP address of that interface is 11.1, and here the lines I added and that concern with hot standby routing protocol. As I said, basically the router on this interface use hot standby routing protocol version 2, create a group, hot standby routing protocol group that is numbered 11. So the command here is standby for group 11, and assign a virtual IP address of 192.168.11.250, and set priority. Default value is 100 to 130 for this group, of course, right? We had a similar configuration on R2. As you can see here, sorry, it's not easy to move that fucking thing. I'm sorry. Okay, right. And it's quite similar here, but with a difference. Okay, for the LAN interface, the HSRP commands added here are standby version 2, of course, because standby version must match. Standby group 11 IP same as R1, and this line must match. And for R2, I set priority up to 150. That means a better priority than R1. So here, with the highest priority, the router becomes active. Okay, right? I added here preempt. So on this router that is R2, preemption is enabled. That means that if this router in a moment is active and the router fails, okay, as you expect, R1, so the other router will become the active with the active role, and this one will go in standby role at least. Okay, so once the connection to R2 has been fixed with preemption enabled, when this link will be available, or when the router itself will be available again, with priority enabled, this will become the active once the network connection is fixed on when the router is not failing anymore. What does it mean here? Okay, let's take a look at who is the active router now. We can execute a show standby brief, for example, here, show standby without brief, it's okay anyway. It shows more details. Okay, state is active. That means R2 now is the active router, at least for HSRP purposes. Active router is local. That means R2 is active. Standby router is .1. That means R1 now is in a standby state. And I can see also with this command. Okay, right. This is a summary of what we can read here. This is the command show standby brief. And what it shows us. It shows us that the virtual IP used by hot standby routing protocol is at 250, because I said that IP. Group is 11, priority of the local router is 150, and preemption P is enabled. You can see active is the local. That means R2 is now active and the standby is R1. Okay, and that's a good thing, of course. What I want to show you is that now, if from the client are ping, sorry, but it's the same problem every time. If I ping from the client 192 168.11.250 from the client, now I got a reply from R2, because R2 now is the active router. But what's gonna happen if R2 fails? If R2 fails, from the end user side, I will probably notice nothing. At least I will notice some problems just for seconds, or for sure less than a minute. And I'm gonna show you this. So we said that now from the client, if I ping the 250, I'm using basically this router, because now it's the active router. Okay. Note that the connection between the switch and between R2 router and the switch exit of gigabit 0/1 interface from router 1, and it's going to fast Ethernet 0/24 on switch 3. Okay, now I'm gonna disable that interface on the switch 3, and let's take a look at what's gonna happen. It's not easy here. Okay, now I'm on switch 3. I'm gonna shut interface fast Ethernet 0/24 down. F0/24. Okay, I shut it down. Shut. Now the link is down, and take a look at what happens here on R1. We can easily take a look how this line already changed state. R1 for group 11 has changed state from standby to active. What does it mean? This means that now R1 is used for routing. That means that from this client now, if I ping, from this client, if I ping address, if I ping 11.250, yeah, I got a reply, but this time the reply comes from R1. Sorry, I'm sorry, it's quite difficult for me to move that fucking thing. Okay, right. And it happens the same. So when I ping now from the client 192.168.11.250, I got a reply, but who is replying? Is R1, because now R1 is the active router. Okay, let's come back. I close here. If I enable this link again, or better, if I enable this interface again, for fuck's sake, sorry. Okay, I'm on a switch 3, not shut down on that interface. Now it takes about 24 seconds for the link to come up. Okay, route. Now in this moment, in these seconds, this link is coming up again, and observe what happens here. Now take a look at what's happening. Debug, standby, packets. Okay, right. Now R1 is still active, is negotiating HSRP packets. Okay, right, and now, a few seconds later, R1 has become the standby router. Why? Because its priority was set to 130, and because the priority of R2 was set to 150, that is greater than 130, but on R2 we got preemption enabled, that is overrides active router. No matter what the priority is. And now what we can see is, so first disable debug. Okay, no debug all. Okay, right. Show standby brief. Command is typed on R1, and what's gonna set? It's confirmed that R2 now is active and R1 is in standby state, and that's good. Have a nice day. Bye bye.